Thank you for watching, and remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your support.
Are you whistle shaming me?
I mean, that didn't sound like a whistle.
I've been whistle shamed.
I'm just telling, I think Paul's whistle's broken. Well, the Weekend Recharge edition of America's Morning Headquarters rolls on until noon. We're going to work on Paul's whistle. Jen and Alex have the day off because they need a little extra time to get into their costumes this holiday.
I thought Alex ate too much candy. He had a tummy ache.
Well, you know what he didn't eat? He didn't eat any of the peanut butter candy because he doesn't like peanut butter. What a weirdo, right?
Well, we put peanut butter in a million customers. That means a billing point, so most likely we have maybe 500,000 to 1 million people this morning without power.
Yeah, and you know, it's not going to let up as we move throughout the day, those winds. Of course, you got to get those winds to go down so those power crews can get out there and repair that power outage. And got these gusty winds that are going to be sticking around, so that is problematic. That wind energy, as we know, energy, it's not created or destroyed, it's just transferred. So when you have wind energy like this, it's got to transfer that energy somewhere. It ends up pushing this water on shore, and then we see the water rise. You can see here in Dahlgren, 3.4 feet, and Windmill Point, 2.5 feet there. As we look up toward Annapolis, 2 feet, and that becomes problematic when you're talking about a whole day of this ahead. So we've got coastal flood warnings and coastal flood advisories from Long Island down through the Jersey Shore, the Chesapeake Bay area, all around there into Southern Virginia as well. What you're looking at here is the river gauge forecast over the next 5 days, and we are expecting many of these rivers here around the Chesapeake Bay area, around near the Jefferson Memorial. So keep some of those numbers in mind. Here's what we're looking at. We're at 5.57 right now, and we're forecast to go up to near 7 feet before the river starts to come back down, or before the Washington Channel starts to come back down. So let's kind of visualize that a little bit. So we've got the Potomac, the East Potomac Park here on the Washington Channel, and you can see here's the Jefferson Memorial. So the forecast is for us to be near 7 feet, and that would start to flood the tidal basin around that area. We're already starting to see some of that flooding along the southwest waterfront, and at 6.5 feet, you start to see much of that East Potomac Park flooding there around the Washington Channel and the Potomac. So this is going to be problematic there and impacting areas that, you know, people would want to frequent typically on a weekend in D.C., Paul.
Yeah, D.C. to check back with you coming up. And he's literally across the street from us.
He literally is across the street. Why is he there and we're here?
Sports ball.
Sports ball. Okay, so let's talk about it because we are going to have, we've already had drizzle pretty much on and off all morning in the Atlanta area, and we're going to continue to have these waves of showers moving through.
That's where the stadium is, northwest corner of the city, and the forecast at game time this evening is for more of the same. Hit and miss scattered showers throughout the afternoon. We could see more moderate rain come through right in time for your rush hour on a Friday of Halloween. Love that. But again, the hit and miss showers and drizzle continues all night long. We don't expect any super heavy downpours, but this is going to be the type of rain that just kind of accumulates on you, and before you know it, you got like 8 pounds of water on you.
Ponchos. I'm telling you, I'm such an advocate for ponchos.
Waterproof ponchos.
Do they make ponchos that aren't waterproof?
Some are not. Some are just kind of, you know, just they soak the water right through.
Well, that defeats the purpose because you want a waterproof poncho for this because, as Paul mentioned, it's not that heavy rain, but even that drizzle, eventually it's going to add up and you're going to be soaked.
Yeah, this is not the drip that you're talking about in Atlanta normally, but scattered rain showers. But the wind from the southwest, that's crucial because, yeah, this is the direction from the southwest here. Let's zoom in and bring in the stadium, and what it means from the stadium is that's mainly a right to left, but also a slightly in wind.
Yeah, so of course, if it were going out, pointing toward the outfield, that would be really helpful for the batters, but...
Or would it?
You would think it would.
But it's actually not. We got the stats here. So we do with the Weather Channel. Boom, we're dropping knowledge here. When it's out, 1.7 versus calm. It's actually better when the wind is calm.
But I need to know how the stats we're coming up with them.
Right to left wind like it will be tonight, and slightly in. We have actually higher home runs.
How is that possible?
Well, because it helps curve the ball.
Yeah,
and I think the left field fence is 325, 335. Versus straightaway is 400.
That makes sense. That does make sense. Okay,
weather
there we go.
And sports together.
Weather in play.
That was game 3. What about game 4?
Game 4, still again the chance for some rain before the game, but it does look drier. That's the good news. It will eventually be drying out, but you're still talking about temperatures down in the 50s. I think you said this, Paul. It's great football weather, but baseball weather, it's a little
Yeah,
chilly.
because you think about it, even the players, I mean, they're sitting out there standing around waiting, and there's a lot of cool weather to cool those and tighten those muscles up. So, but it could be good for the pitchers.
Lots of jumping jacks. There's my tip for the Braves players. Do your jumping jacks. Okay, so let's head to the